We've done like every album here.
Really? Because so much was done at the Cave.
We go and cut like super rough stuff in Nashville and then come back here.
Are you a bunch of takes kind of a guy?
Oh my God. I do that a lot. I think on account of being a dad.
Yeah.
And then whenever you sit down, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's on account of that.
I had some help. It ain't like I can make this kind of mess all by myself. Don't act like you ain't helped me pull that bottle off the shelf.
I'm happy it comes out in the music, because I'm having the time of my fucking life. That's why I said it's a drug. I cannot wait to go and write more songs and get the band out and just keep creating. I'm so excited. I gotta keep writing in Nashville. I've always wanted to make a record like this, but for the longest time it seemed so inaccessible because I don't know how the hell it works. Like, I didn't know how Band Day worked. I didn't know how session dudes worked. And I was just like, well, how do they, is it like these particular artists' band that they go with all the time?
Sometimes.
Or like, right? But going in there and meeting Derek and Larry Franklin and Paul Franklin and Craig and Dave Cohen and Aaron and it was just like so cool, and I'm just mind blown.
It's a playground.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's cool. I didn't know how it worked, and then it's crazy to watch Derek chart a playthrough of a voice memo and chart it.
Yep.
And then go in there and they know it immediately. Say you have like a cool fiddle or steel line in your head and you can like sing it to yourself and you're like, oh, that'd be cool on that instrument. But you can be like, all right, try that out.
And
I do it, and I do it all the time. It's the best.
Good.
That's because I hear it all the time, and I'm like, well, I don't know how to play either of those cool instruments, but I know someone who does. And Larry Franklin is just
a genius.
He's a god amongst men.
Yes.
Yeah, he's cool.
Well, so you actually did so much of the work before that even happened, because I'm assuming you guys wrote all these songs.
Yes, ma'am.
Over the course of like what amount of time?
Probably like 6 months, but we would go for like a week at a time or like a week and a half, and around work and everything, and we would go and just write, and there's a lot of writers on these songs because we just sat and we stayed up till like 6 a.m. and all the buddies came in, we all just drank and fucking tossed shit around, and I learned that that's not usually how it goes. It's usually pretty 9 to 5 type deal, and it's like
10:30, 11
in the room, and instead we have like Luke and Mo and Hardy, and we're just sitting, and we got so many writers, and not even necessarily there to write, just to like jam and then hang out, and it was just awesome. I made a lot of lifelong friends. I worked with Chuck Handsome. He does a lot of Morgan stuff, and I worked with him 10 years ago on some of the first stuff, and then he moved out there to work with Morgan and everything, and I was like, let's reconnect with Chuck and just try it out. But that's the cool shit about music, is you can love everything. Like, my dad would wedding DJ and play DMX and all.
Wait, really?
Shit. Yeah.
He was a wedding DJ?
Yes, ma'am. He was killer too. He had to do like actual records. It was.
Wait, what'd you learn from him about that? Like, that's like musical curation.
It's crazy. No, he played everything. So he would do like, he just loved music. He loves Brad and Tim and it. My mom was super into, like the old Hank and George and Conway and all that stuff. But my dad liked a lot of so did my mom, but the 90s stuff. And he loved rap and metal and everything. So it was just like kind of a mishmash of music.
Okay. Do you have any favorite first lines on the songs on this record? Because I have a couple.
You go first.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
One of them is, I found God looking for the devil.
That's a pretty good one.
That's a great first line.
Yes, ma'am. That's the one with Lainey. She's a fucking killer.
There are hits. Like, you push play on the song, it's Wrong Ones, it's Tim McGraw. But there, as far as songs that I think will like live in my heart in a permanent way, Nosedive messes me up.
Thank you.
And I guess maybe I'm wondering, like, can you see the beauty in the nosedive when you're in it, or only on the other side of it?
Well, I guess kind of both, I guess. I think after you've been in the nosedive, then afterwards you kind of take every other nosedive a little different, and you say, all right, it gets better. You know what I mean? We're all going somewhere, and it's It always gets better. It fixes itself, and just be strong. I guess that's kind of the message.
Yeah, hang on.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And do you have any favorite lines surfaced, or should I just keep telling you my favorites?
Yeah, you keep going because I don't remember anything.
How about it's like $30 on a coconut rum.
Yes,
Never
ma'am.
look prettier sipping on one.
With Hardy, yeah.
Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hardy has such a cool melodic thing that he does because he's kind of like, he loves like heavy shit like me. I love the heavy shit.
Yeah. I mean, have you heard the new record from him?
Oh my God.
So yeah, but then he does that.
Amazing. But that melody, like the one, like it's such a cool like way that he approaches melody and writing songs.
I mean, Hide My Gun. I guess that's what's interesting to me about this album. Like, it's irreverent and it's fun. Even the like darker songs, like a song that's like, if I murder someone for you, will you hide my gun?
No, exactly.
It's still like redemptive in some, because it's like actually about love and it's about who has your back.
And it's it could be a metaphorical.
It could totally be it's a metaphor,
thing.
y'all.
I mean, I didn't fucking really do it. And you can ask anyone, and I have an alibi for that day. But no, it's just like, it's like, do you love me? Exactly.
Do you love me? How much?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like not to be heavy about it too. It's like the bigger your star gets, the more you need the people that will
that's true.
Have your back.
Yes, ma'am. No, absolutely. And it doesn't even have to be about a relationship.
Was there anybody that like you were freaked out to get into the studio with or write with?
Tim was freaky.
Wait.
Like, it's just terrifying.
Well, one, no one should be that good looking.
It's impossible.
Like, he looks like an actor.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Super annoying.
It is annoying. It bothers me. It fucks me up. No, but it's just like, he just comes in normal, and I'm like, fuck.
And so sweet.
Oh my God. I was just like, I'm like, this is out of control. This is like the coolest shit ever. And same with Dean. It's so cool to write with Dean Dillon. I was just like,
hell yeah. It surprised me to hear you say that it felt like, I don't even know if you said intimidating, but like you didn't know how it worked.
It seemed impossible because I didn't know how it worked. But once I got there and I learned, and that first band day, I was just like, I can't even believe it. I think I drank 30 beers and they have a big button in the studio where you could talk to
back.
them. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, what if you did this? What if you did blah-blah-blah-blah? And they were like, okay, I'll try blah-blah-blah. And fucking Larry Franklin and fucking Paul Franklin are in there doing it. And I'm like, what the hell? This is so cool.
That is awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
Here's what's crazy. Like, so I got to see your Stagecoach set, which was so fun.
Thank you.
And it was just like you looked like you were having the time of your life.
I was having the time.
It was like,
yes, ma'am.
I was like, this is awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the record sounds like that too. Are you just like happy?
I am happy.
How do I get happy?
I can't remember the last album that I made where I was like, I have a 2-year-old. I'm 29 years old.
Yeah.
I'm taking it easy and slowing it down. And I think like, it's really nice meeting people in Nashville that made me feel so welcome and new friends and kind of building new stuff. And for once, I'm not sad anymore. I'm happy, very happy.
Yeah.
And it was such a fresh thing going and watching this band and writing with new people. And I'm so fucking pumped.